All right, guys, welcome back to Downtown Rams. As always, I'm your host, Alexis Kraft, joined here with my co host, Jake Ellenbogen, and we are continuing with our 2024 NFL Draft Prospect interviews. And joining us on the show right now, guys, very special guest, we have linebacker Steele Chambers out of Ohio State. How are you doing?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you guys?
We're good, man. We're happy to have you. Appreciate you taking time out of your busy schedule. I know, obviously, there's a lot going on pre-draft process, so we appreciate it. I'm going to ask you a little fun question here, not football related.
Oh, those are my questions right there. Go for
it. I guarantee you haven't heard this one before because I don't know how I came up with it, but it's pretty original. If you had to pick any fictional character of any medium, who would you compare yourself to and why?
Oh, that's a really good one. I'd probably go Ron Swanson from Parks and Rec.
Oh my God, that's awesome. Why is that?
I like to grill meats. I enjoy the outdoors, so I see myself being a Ron Swanson.
That's a good pick. Jake and I are big Parks and Rec fans, so we love a good. It's an amazing show. We love a good Ron Swanson reference.
Everyone loves Ron Swanson.
That is true. Another non-football question.
Okay.
What is a unique talent that you have outside of football that a lot of people might not know about?
I think I could probably go pro in spike ball.
Interesting.
I'd compare it to my football skills. I think I could have had a feature in it if I grew up on the beach. I mean, I just pick it up here and there whenever we've got it set up and stuff. But I think if I lived on the beach, if I owned a spike ball net and stuff, I could probably go pro.
Damn.
Just my personal opinion.
I'm gonna take your personal opinion as a fact here, because I don't know much about spike ball, but it feels like you do. So I'm gonna say
I'm playing against like Midwesterners from Ohio, so maybe not the best competition. But I mean, if I went out to Cali, I think I could compete with some of the good guys.
You might have to do that after your career.
I'd love to.
So, what got you into this game of football?
My parents, my mom and dad put a helmet and pads on me whenever I was 4 years old. Just threw me out in the field, and that's really how I got started. I didn't know what I was doing, but I mean, it seemed fun at the time, so it kind of just stuck with me.
And when you were growing up, did you watch like any football, any college, NFL? And if so, was there any player that you looked up to and kind of aspired to model your game after?
I guess I started watching probably like whenever I was 7 or 8 or so. And I mostly watched Troy Polamalu just because he had the same hair as me. So he was my favorite player for a while.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What made you choose the Ohio State University to play your football at?
Just really good people. I mean, the guys I've been rooming with, Cade and Tommy, those are just a couple freaking vanilla gorillas, just big Midwestern guys, but just soft on the side. So those kind of people, those are the guys I like to associate with. Just real down-to-earth guys that you can just have a talk with about anything.
And, you mentioned those two guys. Looking at your football journey, just like in college, who are some of the people that you've remained closest to and kind of are going on this journey with, some of your best friends in this process?
I'd have to go with those two again. I mean, they'll probably be the best men at my wedding sooner or later. Those guys, and then everyone in the linebacker room, like Cody Simon, CJ, all those guys. And then our linebacker coach, Coach Laurinaitis, I text him here and there. So, I mean, it's just a huge brotherhood over there. So I keep in touch with a lot of them.
Yeah, that's still really cool. I remember, obviously, Alexis, James Laurinaitis growing up as the middle linebacker of the Rams. Time really flies. It wasn't that long ago. Number 55 was in the middle of that defense. Yeah. And now he's coaching at Ohio State.
Mm-hmm.
That's pretty crazy. So how's the pre-draft process gone for you, Steele?
It's nice. I mean, it's a lot of free time. Not really free time, but you got to figure out your own schedule. So, I mean, you're in the facility from like 8 to 3, and then after that, you kind of just have free time. You kind of just choose what to do. I'll usually just like go to the beach. I'll run a little bit. I'll get in the water, kind of like a cold plunge, and then I'll go do the sauna and stuff. So, I mean, it keeps you pretty busy, but then since you've got no school anymore, you kind of find stuff to do outside of like training.
And how was your experience at the Shrine Bowl?
It was fun. I feel like it was a little long. I could have done with like 3 days of practice and then played, not really the 3 days of practice and then we're kind of just doing nothing for like 3 days or so. But I mean, it was great. It was a great experience, just like talking to a bunch of NFL guys, having NFL coaches coach you up, and then just meeting a lot of the guys from all around the country.
And now I got to ask you, playing at Ohio State, you went up against crazy competition. I mean, some of the best players in this draft, next draft, and draft before, and so forth. Mm-hmm. Is there one person that stands out to you who's the toughest?
Can it be on my own team?
Absolutely. Yeah. Be whoever you want it to be.
Yeah, I had to block Chase Young one time whenever I was at running back in a practice. That sucked. That's whenever I realized I probably shouldn't be playing that position. And then having to go against like Marv and Travion Henderson every single day, that always sucks. I mean, those guys are just freaks in nature. So I could rattle off probably like 5 or 6 just Ohio State guys, really. It's a pain in the ass going against them in practice.
That's fair. Definitely a lot of really, really talented guys on that team that you had to see every day for sure. But another talented guy, yourself. Looking at yourself, what would you say is your biggest strength as a football player?
I'd probably say coverage-wise, whether it's like zone or man coverage. I've excelled the past couple of years in coverage, and then just running to the ball. I think that's kind of just the one thing you need as a linebacker. Just always trying to get to the ball no matter where it goes.
And what's one area of your game you're looking to improve upon the most?
I think physicality, as far as like using my hands against linemen. They've got like 100 pounds on me, so just got to be better with extension, like at the point of contact, stuff like that. And then just, I guess, watching film, just watching it with a purpose rather than just like sitting down looking at it just to look at it.
And this next question is just kind of a fun question. But who are you most looking forward to matching up against in the NFL?
Oh, I've never really thought about that at all. Oh, boy. I don't know. It'll be fun to play just against anyone, really. I've never really had, like, one person that I've thought about, like, playing.
Yeah? Well, I mean, hey, there's going to be a lot of guys to go up against in the NFL.
Oh, yeah. So. As it moves on, they'll probably be, like, geez, that's Aaron freaking Rodgers over there. I'll probably, like, have a couple of those moments. But, for like, sure. Nothing off the top of the head, though.
Yeah. You'll be making quarterbacks feel old going over like, oh, I used to watch you.
Seriously. I mean, they're starting to get old. I feel old starting to see, like, all, like, the old quarterbacks starting to, like, move on and thinking about retiring and stuff. It's a new era.
That's how I feel about James Laurinaitis being the coach at Ohio State. Like, it wasn't that long ago. I mean, he, what was it? His last year was 2015, right? It was right before the Rams moved to LA.
Yeah, like, it was 2015.
Time flies, man. That's going to be, that's the focal point of this show right now. Oh, man. So I want to ask you, have you met or spoken with the Rams since this is the Rams podcast?
Yes, I have.
Nice. And where did you, at the Shrine Bowl?
Yeah, I was at the Shrine Bowl.
Okay, cool.
Awesome. Well, we love to hear that. Definitely makes us happy to hear that. This next question, you might have been asked this in like some pre-draft interviews. So I think some teams ask this now, but we just ask it because our listeners find it interesting to hear the answer to. But do you love to win more or hate to lose more?
Hate to lose. We were taught to answer that correctly.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh,
correctly.
Yeah. They prepped us for that question right there. I've got it written in my notes.
Damn.
That is
okay.
You're not tricking me. I've got that one locked down. I hate to lose.
Yeah, most people answer that. I'd say like 90% of the time. That's what we get. I don't know what my answer would be if I was answering honestly, because I love winning, but I also hate losing. So I always am like, I wonder what the truth would be for me.
The right answer is hate to lose. That is what we were told.
So I would say I love to win more, but I'm also not a professional athlete, so I get away with it.
Yeah.
But no, that's interesting. You're the first person to actually mention that because I wasn't sure. I know that there's a weird question they ask, I think at the combine. Are you a cat or a dog? I don't
Dog.
know, but I don't know why, like, no offense, I don't know why you would answer cat. Like,
There are probably cat people out there that they want to try to sift him out, and I won't let him on the team. I'm not.
I agree.
that's
that would be
funny.
the reason I would ask that is because I would make it like a negative. If someone was like, "Oh, I'm more like a cat," or "I'm a cat
Oh, that's
person," I would.
right there. I want a bunch of German shepherds and golden retrievers on my team. I'm not trying to have a Belgian cat or whatever the hell you call them.
The one from you ever see that Friends episode with like the skinless cat? There you go.
Scary.
Aren't those things like Egyptian or something?
Something like that.
I don't know.
It looks scary to touch. I'd rather not. It looks like it casts a spell on me.
They are freaky.
They definitely are. All right. So this question here: who is Steele Chambers as a player, and who is he as a person?
That's an interesting question. As a player, I'd say I'm a guy that likes to have a lot of fun on the field. I'd say I'm like the fun uncle of the team in a lot of ways. But at the same time, that I'm a fun-going guy. But at the same time, I'll bring in if you're screwing off or something, and I'll talk to you here and there. And then as a person, I'd say I'm a pretty weird guy. I think that's what most of my friends would say. I'm very strong, opinionated. I don't know. I like just doing weird stuff.
You don't plank, do you? You don't plank, do you? Like the whole planking thing. That's
trend.
Weird stuff.
like
oh my god.
Like the workout?
No, there was. I think what Jake is referring to is that the planking internet trend where like people would go to like random places to make like viral videos, and you just like basically like lay on the ground in the middle of like.
Oh, I think I saw like a South Park episode, but I've never planked before. No.
Yeah,
no, I don't think any of us have here. I mean, we probably pissed off some viewer.
Some viewer who loves to plank. Sorry.
No. But you said you do weird stuff, and I was like, first thing I thought of was that.
Planking. I've never even
Wow.
Well,
I guess I feel old right now. Steele, you're making me feel old. How do you think you're gonna make Aaron Rodgers feel?
Was planking a thing? Like when was this down?
This was
right around
a long time ago.
The cinnamon challenge, right around that.
The cinnamon challenge.
We're so
people
old.
were just taking.
Where they just eat a spoonful of cinnamon?
Yeah, and it's
stupid.
It's stupid, and it was like kind of borderline dangerous because you could like choke.
No, it's very dangerous.
But yeah.
No, I remember the ice bucket challenge, the Tide Pod challenge.
Oh, Tide Pods.
Main ones. Those are, I don't know really anything else.
Well,
consider yourself lucky though.
Yeah. Well, to close this out, we always ask for 4 recommendations. So we're gonna see just how weird your answers are.
Oh.
But okay. So we ask for a movie recommendation.
Yeah.
A TV show, an album, and a snack.
Okay.
So starting with the movie.
Movie?
Mm-hmm.
The Big Lebowski.
It's a classic.
Okay.
It's just a movie about nothing, and I absolutely love it.
Solid. It's a solid one.
Oh, yeah. The second one?
TV show.
I could always go with like The Office or something, but I just started watching Golden Girls, I think. I'm going to try to get into Golden Girls. I was told that I would like it very much by my mother.
You know what? You recognize this person?
Is that Betty White or something?
Yep.
I haven't
Betty White.
I haven't started it yet, but I'm going to at some point.
Yeah. Well, she was on Golden Girls, and I have her on one of my couch pillows. So.
Yeah, I do that or like Eastbound and Down. That's a great show.
I don't know if I've heard of that one.
I've heard of it.
It's a fantastic show. Kenny Powers, grade A athlete.
Oh boy.
So we got that down. Golden Girls and
Eastbound and Down.
Eastbound and Down.
Yep.
All right, so now an album, music album.
Anything by like Chris Stapleton.
Also classic.
Oh, absolutely.
And then lastly, a snack.
A snack. Chester's hot fries.
Oh, you
Love
can't
those.
go wrong with those.
No, I get those, and with the what are the nerd cluster things?
Yeah, I
The
have
Nerds
them
Rope.
somewhere over there.
Not
No,
ropes,
they're
ball.
Oh, I don't
it's
think
like
I
a
ever
nerd
heard of
rope,
that.
but condensed into like little
You
like balls, so you can just like.
Huh.
I'll get
Interesting.
I'll get the Chester's. I'll get one of those, and then I'll get some kind of slushy or whatever. What's it called? Whatever gas station I'm at, and that's my order.
Solid. Yeah, I mean, Chester's hot fries are just the best. I mean, I
Unmatched.
never get sick of those.
Get much better than that, in my opinion.
Agree.
Oh yeah.
I
Well,
agree as well.
thank you for the recommendations, Steele. Thank you for taking time to come talk to us. We know it's a busy time. You got a lot going on, so we really appreciate you coming on the show. And we will be hoping for you to be in a Rams uniform next season, but we will be fans of you no matter where you go. We're wishing you much success.
Awesome. Thank you guys.
Absolutely. You take care, Steele. Stay
Yeah.
healthy.
All right. See you.